everybody? My name is Evan DeGraff from Take 3 Productions, and we are here for another Schmoedown reaction. It is Tuesday. We are all here. It is 5 o'clock, and we're ready to go. But first, before we jump into the match, let's introduce our panel. We have Henry Sanchez here from the Worldwide Movie Games Network. One of the guys running There Will Be Trivia. How are you doing there, Henry?
I'm doing really well after that amazing free-for-all. I'm ready to just relax and see some newbies and maybe have some surprise fun.
All right. And we also have the other Florida native on this panel, Eric Knoll. How are you doing, my man?
I'm good. I'm here. Let's watch a Schmoedown.
All right, and then we also have the notorious one, Chris Clark himself. Really quick, I haven't been on camera with you lately. How was it saying hi to Willie Mibbiani?
It was fantastic. That entire free-for-all weekend was amazing, Evan. You know all about it. It was great, and it's great actually to have Evan back. It's been 3 months since you've been on a reaction, buddy, and it's great to see you back, man. Let's rock this sucker.
Yeah, so I guess let's just cover the teams real quick. There are two brand new teams. We have Gardenhousers versus the Scream Queens. I find this to be very interesting. This is like our third match with brand new teams, technically. You know, we had Box Office Breakdown and the other team versus, and then we also had the World's Finest.
It was, wasn't it Superhero News was the other team that they revamped?
It was Box Office Breakdown versus Superhero News. Then we also had other ones such as World's Finest and Kingsman, which was my favorite between the two because those personalities were awesome. I have to say, I'm not expecting big numbers, but I want personalities to come out of this. I want to see at least someone who we can connect with and follow their story.
Have they announced who the teams are yet, or they just put names out there?
All I see is names. I know the Gardenhousers put something on Facebook as of yesterday. They're saying we're coming to get you, but I didn't pay any attention to names because I like to come in at a blank face. So, are we all ready? Good to go?
Yep. Nobody knows what we're in for.
Which is okay. We are going to be pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Whoa, it's Brian.
Oh, hi, Brian.
Sorry, you busy? Yes,
I mean, I'm working on the Patreon, but always working on the Schmoedown Patreon, so.
What's up? I don't know how you do it with the mom thing and then this.
I don't know how I do it either, but hey, where have you been? Because I haven't seen you in like a long time.
Yeah, don't worry about
I saw you for like 5 minutes at the free-for-all.
I know. It kind of brings me why I'm here, speaking of the free-for-all. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know if, to come online and supporting stuff because I have kind of been, off the radar. But it was awesome. And I was just kind of throwing out there, people have been asking me, like, because they know we're kind of together and what your plans are with the bell. You give any thought to it? Or?
I've given some thought to it, but I don't really know right now.
I just don't know what to tell people because they ask me and then they get people.
Why don't they just ask me?
I don't know.
Okay, that's weird.
So nervous.
Well, I don't know. You're busy with this stuff. But, I think because they come up to me, they keep bringing up Inner Geek them, and I don't know how it works. I don't know because I know you don't want to compete anymore.
Okay, wait, but are you asking me to give someone else a title shot for Inner Geek?
Whoa.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
I don't want to push you because I know you don't want to. I don't know if you want to compete. I don't, and I want to
So
support you.
you're asking me for this title shot. That's what's happening.
No, I don't want it to be like that.
No, I just want to know because
like you want to ask my mom for things.
And
you're good at that.
It's my. I can take it. But I didn't know how it works. But because I don't know if you need to compete to go into it, but then they told me that you can give the belt to someone. But if you don't want to compete, and I'd love a shot. I'd love to make you proud with it.
All right. Well, I'll put you on the list of people that are interested.
There we go. That's pretty good. Is it a long list?
Well, right now, it's just you.
Okay. That's a good place to be. I got to go going. So you heard about the Clark thing, right?
Yeah. You have a match with her? What's going on? I don't know anything.
She did her, I guess, what she won with the manager belt, and Clark wants to compete against me.
Okay.
I don't know.
When's that happening?
I don't know because you beat her and I don't know. I
want to be there.
You're busy. You're busy.
All right. I'll see you later.
Inner Geek them if you want.
All right.
Okay.
Kalinowski's trying to be on top of the world.
If he gets that belt and the other belt, he's trying to manipulate.
Well, think about it. If he ends up beating Clark, he gets a number one contender spot for a title shot. And then if he gets that, that means he's in position to win 2 titles.
Over the production. Basically, you guys have 16 tiers to choose from. We're trying to give back to the
assuming it goes
go
both ways, which I think
right
it does.
there. If you want to support the
Support the
Schmoedown by
Patreon.
becoming a patron today, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Cannot thank you guys enough for all the support you've given
patrons,
us. And
Tom Deck,
there's
becomes
some
commissioner
really
of the
crazy
week.
tiers in there. I'd love to get your opinions on it. Now go enjoy the match. Go do it. It's a good match, for God's sake.
Do it. Do it. Go watch the match.
So if there's ever a bad match and they play that promo in front of it, can we throw that back in his face because it was a bad match?
Yeah, if you're willing to tell Christian to his face it was a bad match, go ahead.
I said it was Twitter. Oh, she was in the first row.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the movie trivia Schmoedown, the team
And we've just
edition
lost
today.
Chris.
Boy, what a matchup, and what a guest I have
I'm digging
commenting
this.
with me. The one, the only, the beast himself is here, a very tame William Bibbiani. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
He did good last time he hosted the
Back,
show.
they-
Who's at the
they have been
dance?
instructed to applaud, and I appreciate that. I would appreciate it if
Hey,
you
it's
were
me and
wearing
Clark at
pants
the
today,
desk.
but that's fine. That's fine. We'll just keep going.
It gets a little balmy here in the studio, and it's going to get
That would be a
hot
fun
on
desk.
that there
Or
stage because we
you.
have the
Man, I've been wanting
Gardenhousers
this
going
forever.
up against
Wow.
the Scream Queens. Some newbies here today. Speaking of newbies, thank you to all of our new and returning Patreon supporters. We love all our patrons out there. Check out the new tiers we have.
It's always
on
nice
the
seeing
Schmoedown
Baby Driver at the
Patreon,
desk.
Available right now as you get into this match,
Oh,
William. You were once a new competitor in the league.
My
You were always known as
baby.
the Beast. You were an unknown quantity. That's what we get today in the team edition. What do you think about this matchup?
I think you could have phrased that without making me feel old. But since
Roasted.
we're here anyway, this is always a real treat. It's a real treat. And you know what? Some of these people aren't as new as others. We have seen what Haley did at the free-for-all. And yeah, she didn't last very long, but she actually had a really, really, really high
She
scoring
got 4 out
ratio.
of 5, right? She just ran into a couple Titans named Ethan Irwin and somebody who I may be sitting next to.
I hate that guy, but yeah,
Don't we all?
There's a lot of talent that's going to be on the table here. Kaylin
Just
Corrigan,
kidding.
you know her from Birth Movies, Death, and Bloody Disgusting. She knows her stuff. They are experts in the horror genre. I can't wait to see what they got going here. I'm a little less familiar with this Thomas Ian Nicholas guy.
Thomas Ian Nicholas, he was in so many great movies of which you got them incorrect, famously on camera. But if you look at a film franchise like American Pie, how about the Chicago
I know I
Cubs
recognize the
great
name.
Rookie of the Year? He is here today, and he's teaming
I was
up
wondering
with
why
Matt
they were
Black. Now,
Gardenhousers.
Matt Black
I'm pretty
was a
sure
fan
they were
of the
going to do
Schmoedown.
Rookie of the Year
He knew
reference
Thomas
because
Ian Nicholas.
Henry
He got him
Gardenhouse, that's
hooked
what they
on
would
it.
call me in
play
high
the
school
app all the
baseball.
time. They reached out to the former commissioner, Christian Harloff, and said, hey, we think we can give this thing a run. They get their chance here today. Are they going to be like the Chicago Cubs pre-2016
Cubs.
or post-2016?
Are they going to be heavyweights in this little big league?
Oh,
Will they
wow.
turn the Scream Queens into angels in the outfield? I think that's a sand lot of trouble for everybody involved here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I'm kidding, of course. Will they be the Rookies of the Year, or are they only kids in King
Aaron,
Harloff's court?
you can say that this is a bad match now
That's
because
a
of
real
that.
movie. All right.
All right, somebody set me up to Twitter real
When
fast.
it comes to baseball movie references, you are the natural.
Oh, God.
As
There
you
we go.
know,
That's how you do now.
To the pregame
how you-
interviews, each one of these teams got to jaw a little bit. We'll see some of that right now.
Let's bend it like Beckham.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
We're the Scream Queens, and we're here to kick some ass. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
We are the Gardenhousers.
So
And I definitely
is
don't
one
think you
tall
should
or
be
is one
afraid of
not
us
very
at
tall?
all.
Well, hang on. We are the best.
Is
They
this just
couldn't get poor guy in Apple Box, really?
You might be the
See.
best. That's why you're my teammate.
Or that could be totally a lie. I don't know.
So I just made my debut in the Schmoedown free-for-all and did not do quite as well as I was hoping. Don't get me wrong, I answered questions well. Just happened to be in a
Yeah,
tough round.
4 out of 5.
So I'm looking to come in, prove myself a little better,
Check my
recruit
math,
my
but I'm
dear
pretty sure
friend
that's
Kaylin, who
80%.
knows her shit, and we're good to go.
Do we have what it takes to become champions, Tom?
I think,
If
listen, even a blind
I
squirrel
really don't know.
can find a
Is
nut
one of
every
them
once in a
short,
while.
or is one of them really tall?
if we know
Need to bring
more
Sam
answers
into the
to
equation to really figure this out.
This is the next, like, is the dress blue and black or gold and white? Like, which one is it?
Yeah, when I got the call about the Schmoedown, I pretty much said movie trivia, I'm in. And then I went back and, you know, I knew what it was, but I went back and watched
Apologies
some
in
tapes
advance.
and saw what the trivia was
If I
like,
re-
and I was like, oh, we got this. Yeah.
For me, it's all about round 3. And how random those questions are going to be.
And round 2.
And
We
round
can get
one.
could be brutal.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about round 1.
And round
2.
1. Round 1. Ugh.
No, I'm not worried about that. I've got you for, well, not really, because we're answering separately.
Hey, he studied. That's what I'm
We
talking
don't know
about.
much about these guys. They're new to the
He
league
knows the
like
format.
us, and
Let's go.
we're excited to see what they
I already
bring
like
to
'em.
the table. But We're more looking at them as the ticket to the next step in the game.
You're probably going to win.
You're probably going to win, but it's all right.
At least they're modest.
We still love you.
Oh, we always loved you.
Does he have an accent?
Yeah, he's British. He sounds like it.
So you see those interviews,
Probably
William,
British or
they're very
Australian.
classy towards
I'm
each
sorry, I
other. The
can't tell the
Gardenhousers
difference.
kind of poking fun at themselves. Do you think that they're sandbagging a little bit? Do you think that they're just kind of acting like, oh, we don't belong here, but they're really lions waiting?
As long as they're not
weeds?
in the lion's
I
den.
think that they are bad news bears. And
He's still trying it, folks. Let's root him on.
Oh man,
Boo.
American wedding. Let's move on. Let's should we go to the
Because of Thomas and Nichols.
We should go to the
I get that,
last
but
half
it's just-
of if it's fruit by the foot, it's the third foot, and we are going to the tail of the tape right now. Tell us some of the strengths of each one of these teams.
Okay, we have got the Gardenhousers. Their strengths are Disney
Not looking
movies,
good for 'em.
family films, and striking out people 30 years older than them. And of course, the Scream Queens. Their strengths are horror, new releases, and screaming. I guess. I mean, it'd be weird if they weren't.
Well, they are Scream Queens, and we want to hear you guys out there in the social media universe screaming along with this match. You can live tweet at your leisure. Just handle our new Twitter handle at the Schmoedown. Go ahead
Yeah,
and
there was
follow
a
that
screen.
right there and tweet us at the Schmoedown. Let us know what you think about
This
this
is
match
social media,
as
too.
it plays out. William, I'm feeling pretty good about this. How about you?
I'm feeling like one of the little rascals. Let's check it out.
Oh
Then
my
it's
god.
time to Schmoedown.
There can't be many more. He has to have hit most of them by now.
For the
Good thing we're not
introductions
taking
here
shots
today, we
per
turn
pun.
it over to the golden throat of Christian G. Harloff. Take it away.
Introducing first,
Where's that coming from?
making their Schmoedown debut,
Give me that.
Matt and Thomas, the Gardenhousers.
Ho, posers.
Here
Alright, he
comes
looks normal.
Thomas and Nicholas. Oh, he's got the arm. He's got the arm.
He looks like he's like JT.
What's
The other
gonna
guy's
happen
tall.
with it? That arm can
Or
throw
maybe
these.
Float it.
Oh, he's just going to softball it. There it is.
He's floated it. He's floated it. Even I know that one.
Easing the
Come
crowd.
on.
And now here, Matt, with his version of a. Oh, it's a baseball card. It's a Henry Rowan Gardner baseball card.
Oh, that's
Look at that.
Focus.
Card.
You didn't know he was an
If your
actor.
questions, I think they might be on top.
More valuable
The more
than
you
eight
know.
upper deck. Oh, but
Whoa!
whoa! Now, what was that? Some sort of magical
Sorcery.
trick played by Matt Black and Thomas Ian Nicholas. Is that how it went in rehearsal? We will never know. Will he saw Thomas in half if they win as they take their seats? I think only two words can sum up that intro.
still
William.
freaked out by that
Funky
sorcery?
and butt loving.
I believe in magic.
Do you believe in
And now we're
magic?
about to meet their opponents, the Scream Queens. Christian, if you would be so kind.
And their opponents, also making their Schmoedown debut.
They should have the Halloween theme.
Haley and Caitlin, the
Hasn't that used?
Scream Queen.
I don't know if it's been used regularly. I think it'd be fair.
Here
Bring it
comes
back.
the Scream Queens. Big round of applause.
I suggest that they win or do really well. They
Say to
should get
Haley,
that
no
team.
stranger to
This is gonna be an
the
interesting
Schmoedown
match.
competition. Haley, welcoming
Well, the thing is, you've only seen one out of the four, and she had a good round. How long does that carry over?
I'm going to run you guys through the rules of round one. In round one, a question will be asked to the field. You're going to get 8 of them from 8 different movie categories. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There's no stealing in round one. Once we ask you the question, simply write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. After a count of
See how
about
many wrong I
15
can
seconds,
get.
we'll ask you
I'm
to
playing
reveal
along.
the
I don't know if
answer.
you guys are,
Please
so
do
don't
not
scream
reveal
my
the
answer.
until your name is called. Once we call your name, please show your answer to the camera that you wrote down.
I like
and
to pretend I'm
verbalize it
cool and
into
know
the
stuff.
microphone in front of you. Keep in mind, each
I don't have to
team
pretend I'm cool.
has
I
3
know stuff.
usages of the JTE rule. That is allowed for people
Wake
who
up,
need to
bitch!
hear the question again. And as I put William down, we have one
Chris just
challenge.
wants to be Ellis in this moment right now.
Don't wake the William. It's time for the Schmoedown! Who's excited? Let's get this thing going.
Why are those rules so long?
He's not wrong though.
All right. Gardenhousers, are you ready?
Let's
Oh,
play
Broken,
ball.
chill.
We're ready.
All
Scream
right.
Queens, are you ready?
Yep, we are ready.
Crowd, are we ready to Schmoedown? There we are. All All right. William will kick off the questioning in round 1. What is their first category?
The first category is animated. These are films that are animated. And the question is,
Were they?
what
I
is
don't know.
the name of the inflatable healthcare robot in Disney's Big Hero 6?
Got it. Oh, are you guys playing?
Yes, sir.
Already
Okay, sure, why not? I'll
we
play.
have up on the desk from the animated category. Was it the animated category of the question that got the scuff? We'll never know. 5,
Someone might have just had
4, 3,
That's what she said.
2, 1. Pens down, please. Kaylin.
No, I put Big Hero.
Baymax.
It is not Big Hero.
Sorry, it did begin with the letter B.
Go to Matt.
Baymax.
It is Baymax
Baymax
for
is
a
the
point.
correct
Haley
answer.
Fouch.
Baymax.
Certainly is. And Thomas.
I don't even really want to show my answer. Do I have to show this?
It would be good sportsmanship.
Not going to show his. It's that bad. We are tied at 1. As we move on.
My dog
to
was
the next
barking. I
category
put
in the world
Bayomax, so I'm
of
wrong.
Comedies.
I was muted for a second.
Robert De Niro
Beowulf.
plays a bounty hunter in
Good
charge
answer,
of
Whitney.
escorting an embezzler to Los Angeles in which 1980s action comedy?
I have an idea. It's probably wrong.
I was gonna say I have an idea, but I don't know.
I haven't seen a total of 2
As a
movies
bounty?
from the
Yeah, if I went
1980s.
missing. Like, what would you...
I'd give a healthy amount of Sizzler coupons for your safe
Can you
return.
Ratatouille wasn't made then, so
We certainly can do that.
Yeah.
One JT.
That is what
Jedi
JT rule in the books. Robert De Niro plays a
Wow, it's an
bounty
early time to use
in
the
charge
JT
of
rule. That's
escorting
early.
an embezzler to Los Angeles in which
They're new. A lot of the new
1980s
teams have been doing
action
that.
Comedy.
Yeah, it's a rookie mistake.
Coupon or like a buy
Yeah,
one?
use a rookie.
new teams
Then we
in
go to
Team Trek.
5, 4, 3,
Martin Gibbs had
2,
good chemistry.
and 1. Pens down, Matt.
Well, it's not right. Raging Bull.
It is not Raging Bull.
You
Little
were
But
right
brother
about
than
it
that.
not being right.
Haley
Put
Fouch.
Midnight
I do
Run.
not
That dog,
Does
the
not
bounty
have it,
hunter.
does Thomas.
I think hopefully the second word's right. Midnight Run.
Got it.
Oh, I'm right.
That's a point. We hear his fandom. Kaylin, did you have the
Yeah, I
answer?
forgot about
I do
Midnight
not.
Run.
She does not have it, so now the
Good job,
Gardenhousers
Henry.
take an unlikely early lead here, 2-1 over the Scream
They
Queens.
have Midnight Run away
Jesus
with 1
Christ.
point.
Hey, I'm 2 for 2 right now. I'm doing
Thank
better
you.
than that.
Thank you.
Crowd
I get to
divided
be
on
at the
that
desk
one.
now.
I liked it.
I liked
Thank you
it.
very much.
Guys, this is
your
our
category
number
is
1 contender.
dramas. These are films that are dramas. For as long as he could remember, what did Ray Liotta's Henry Hill want to be in Goodfellas?
Why guy know this? Screw that.
You wanted to be with a little
Henry's like, oh, I've seen this
I
movie
wanted to be a
2,000 times.
veterinarian.
It's one of the most famous quotes in movie history.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Oh,
Literally.
I don't know it. I'm taking a
Veterinarian
guess.
by night.
Oh, you do the vetting at night. That's nice for
think-
emergencies.
exactly.
5,
Something.
4, 3, 2,
gymnast?
Gangster.
1. Pens down. We go to
Oh,
Haley.
I put Baker.
A mobster?
Gangster.
That
I knew it
is.
was, it started
we
with a G.
cannot
Cannot
accept
accept that.
was
Needed the
wrong.
exact
Sorry.
verbiage. Unfortunately, does Thomas have it?
Oh man, no, but I'm gonna say it anyway. A cop.
He did not. Did not want to be a cop. Does Kayla have it?
Exact opposite. Kellen, what you got?
I always wanted to be a gangster.
That is correct. So close to mobster,
I
but we
was
didn't need.
convinced it was ballet dancer.
It is not a ballet dancer.
You only wrote down Ballet Dan, and I would love to
Ballet
see
Dan.
Ray Liotta in a movie called Ballet
I'm
Dan.
on the board,
I think
guys. I
that's
got a
great
point.
Film.
So we see early
Congratulations.
on the teams
Thanks.
here kind of feeling each other out, throwing the jab, getting
Yes.
their
Everyone
feet
can
set,
score
a
how many
lot like
points
a
they-
great boxing movie or a 80s
Yes.
action comedy, Raging Bull. We move on to horror
Uh-oh.
thriller.
Uh-oh.
Is your next
Ruh-roh.
category horror
Oh.
thriller? Could be an advantage here for the Scream Queens.
Well, I hope so.
Which 1972 thriller is famous for its dueling banjos?
I'm not even gonna try.
Oh, come on.
Dueling banjos.
Banjos can do a lot of damage.
Banjo. You ever hear Steve Martin play the banjo?
I can't
That is
think of a
deep.
I've seen
movie.
him play the banjo while fireworks were shooting out of the banjo.
I don't think this is the right year, so
5,
It's the only-
4,
Yeah, I got nothing.
2,
Texas
Crazy
Chainsaw Massacre?
House, and 1. Pens
I
down.
got
That's what I was
Texas
thinking
Chainsaw.
too, but
Deliverance.
It is
Jesus.
Deliverance for
I
think-
Does Kaylin have it as
Massacre
well?
74.
He certainly does.
I know.
Going to Matt.
I knew it wasn't
I
the
know
right year,
Tom's on my team,
but
I don't
because
know
Texas,
movies like I thought.
banjos,
Does not know
sound.
Deliverance does Haley.
Deliverance.
It's enough to give him the
Scream
lead.
Queens, they live up to their name.
4-3 as we move on to the next category, number 5.
The category is action/adventure.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Sure. Who plays the father of Benjamin Gates in the family adventure film?
What's that guy? What's
Oh,
no?
you-
No, I know what he looks like.
Those are
He's the
adventures
oh
more than-
frick.
There is
Looks
a
like the guy who
distinct
plays Ben Gates'
separation
father in
adventure
National Treasure.
and
No, I know.
I don't know if this is the right character. This might be the bad
We'll
guy.
get back to that. 5, 4, 3.
John
Voight.
Absolutely. Who plays the father?
Is it John Voight? I know he's in the movie.
Damn it.
It's John Voight, but they repeated it.
National
It's John Voight.
K1's
Why?
JTE rule bought
Why
you
would
5
she- why would they
seconds to
repeat
explain the
this?
difference between action adventure
Is that the
movies, and
father,
as I
though?
set you up for it, I
Yeah, John
realize that
Voight's
we're
the
now
father.
back
The
on
villain is
time.
Sean Bean.
5,
Okay,
4,
that's what it is.
3,
Because I remember I missed that in the
Yes,
free for all.
treasure here, man.
2,
Because I put John
1.
Voight.
Pens down.
It's really
Kaylin,
fast.
did
These
you
rookies
have
do
it?
not know when to use their GTE
No, I
rules.
wrote Chris Plummer.
It is not Chris Plummer,
Not a
though he
bad
is
guess.
a good veteran actor. Matt Black.
The father of Angelina Jolie, John Voight.
It certainly
Go,
is.
me and Clark got one right.
No points for knowing the lineage, but we give him a
I
point
also
for the
got
correct
it.
answer. Haley Fouch.
I had it wrong. I said Sean Connery.
It is not Connery. Does Thomas
Yeah,
have it for the
John
lead?
Voight.
John
Got
Voight.
it. John
They used their
Voight
repeat,
is
both
right.
got it
There's
wrong.
No H in his first name. Doesn't matter, Thomas. You'll fix it next time.
Can we just stop here? Can we call it here while we're in the lead?
You
Is
can
that
take a
fine?
picture of the scoreboard, but we do move on
We got to move
to
on with
sweet.
this John Voight movie trivia league.
our next category is in the world of directors. These are people that have successfully directed a feature film. Name the actress that made her solo directorial debut
easy.
in 2017 with the acclaimed film Lady
Not a
Bird.
fan of
I
this.
don't
All right, so which one of them missed it?
And a groan goes over the audience.
Oh,
How
really?
have you not seen Lady Bird?
I haven't seen it, but I knew
Good
this.
short-term memory, not a lot of weed smokers.
I don't like it. I don't hate it, but I don't like it.
That came out
Great
recently.
film.
That was
It's one of Evan's favorite movies of the
5,
year.
So they know it.
Yeah, Zach Ford would be so mad at me if I got this
Yeah,
wrong.
he would.
One
Greta
touchdown.
Gerwig.
Greta Gerwig.
Boy.
I have nothing.
Ooh.
He doesn't have it. Does Haley Fouch have
Haley.
it?
Greta Gerwig.
Greta
It
Gerwig
certainly
the
is. We're
correct
tied
answer.
as of right now. Thomas
I had nothing. My brain malfunctioned.
didn't have it. They could get the
feel
lead
like-
if K1 has it.
Greta Gerwig.
She's got it!
This is one of the most
Girl power.
topsy-turvy roller coaster first rounds
Gotta stick together,
I have
ladies.
ever seen this week.
Lead
This
changes
week.
about, and I'm sure we're hearing about it on our new Twitter feed at the Schmoedown. Second to last, the
I have to say,
penultimate
like-
round 1 category is.
All right, your
Not knowing
category
that's
is
a bit.
fantasy slash sci-fi.
Gotta go away.
These could be fantasy films. They could be sci-fi films. They're not slashers, so it was a bit misleading. Who plays linguist Louise Banks in Arrival?
Oh, is that? Oh.
Though there could be
Oh.
slashing in.
I started off slow, but I might actually end up with 5.
Yeah.
I got this one right. I might be able to get 5.
The Venn diagram.
Also,
5's
how about
always my
the-
goal in
I
round
don't-
1.
I don't-
Getting the answer.
The thing is,
Oh.
I did profession. I just didn't know the name. So this should be right.
1.
Amy Adams.
Yeah.
Question.
Are you
We're
kidding?
out of time.
I think we were out of time, unfortunately.
We already said one,
I think
man.
we had
We were
already
done.
called 1.
Sorry.
Baseball doesn't have a
Them's the
clock.
rules.
He's not used to the count.
That's true.
Haley Fouch, did you have the answer?
Amy Adams.
It certainly is Amy Adams. They
And
take
he
a 2-point
erased
lead
his
on
answer,
Thomas
so even
Haddon.
if you...
Well, I started to erase what I was writing Amy Adams, but I didn't. I got
Yeah.
Amy.
Yeah, guy have the full
Wait,
name.
get there. Does Kaylin have it?
Amy Adams.
It's a
She does.
3-point
Why were you
game.
looking so nervous? You
Yeah, she always looks so nervous.
I had Jennifer Lawrence.
It is not
I think
Jennifer
I'm thinking of
Lawrence.
Also a talented actor.
And it is 8
Sometimes
to 5,
being a
and
rookie,
so
that
we've
lack
seen a
of
lot
confidence,
lead changes
even
here.
if you know your
Scream Queens All of a
stuff.
sudden with a
Yeah.
commanding round 1 lead going into our last question where clearly
But
anything can happen.
as soon as you
especially
start
in the
getting them
world of
W's, that confidence
romantic
gets up there.
comedies. And your question
Let's go,
is,
baby.
We're in trouble now.
in the film 500 Days of
Yes!
what actress plays the role?
I'm not going to spell her last name, because I can't.
I know who the
Is that from?
It's my second favorite movie of all time, so...
Not actually that hard to spell.
I know who the director is.
Unless I got it wrong.
There ain't no cure for the summertime blues. 5, 4, 3,
That's wrong.
2.
Zoe
1.
Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel.
I
Sorry.
got the one.
New girl.
And,
I challenge! Damn it!
unfortunately, you can't challenge the timing of the JT.
We got to learn how to count backwards from 5.
We got to rectify that.
Can we just
The good
hold up?
news
Can we
for
just
them is that
discuss this
they've
for a
actually
second?
saved 2
Think about
JT
to use
rules
all
in
three
this round.
on the
They're not
first
gonna get
round.
them in time.
More
Round
not
two
for
and
their
round 3.
fuck up.
Thomas, what was your answer?
Zoe Deschanel.
It is
correct.
Zoe
There you
Deschanel.
go.
Does K1 have it?
She does still look so
She
nervous.
certainly does. Does Matt have it?
I knew it was, but I needed that extra second to write it down.
He did
That's
not
fine.
get it, so it is still a 3-point game. Can Haley extend it?
Zoe Deschanel.
Wow,
It
that's a
is
good lead.
10 to
It's a
6.
4-point lead. Pretty big.
As
I
we
finished with
get
5.
into round
I almost
2,
scored as much as
William, your take
Gardenhousers.
on that
I got
first
6
round.
out of 8.
Dynamite round from the Scream Queens right
Which
here.
one did you get that I didn't, Aaron?
Gardenhousers are only 4
I got
Now,
Midnight Sun or Midnight Run.
Oh, you did get Midnight Run? Okay, good shit.
I think I was the only one who got that.
Favors Will
I've written a IMDb question about that too, so I should have remembered. But
It was literally the only movie with a somewhat plot like that I could think of.
There is a coming of age movies on there. There's a lot of
anything else came a little
that I
later.
think both teams are going to respond to, but like you said, it all comes down to the Wheel of Destiny in round 2. Competitors, here is round 2 is
Bibbs
going
will be
to
asleep
work.
after
Each
this
team is
rule
gonna
reading.
hear
I
6
can
questions
guarantee
from a
that.
specific movie category.
I'm still
that
gonna
is
write these down
determined
if you guys
by
play
the
along,
magical
but if not,
I'm yelling them out because they
Destiny.
can
You
just
get
say
2
it at
spins
that
of the
moment.
wheel should you need them. You spin a category you like.
The first one there.
Great. We ask you 6
All
questions
right.
from there. If you don't like the
Gonna
category,
read ahead.
we give you a mulligan. You spin it again. Whatever it lands on you.
Wait,
must
so what is
answer
it? First
6
person to call it out gets
Each
it right?
question is
Yes,
worth
sir.
2
Okay, why
points.
not?
If
Speed
you're
round.
not sure of the answer, you can ask us
So
to
I'll
give
still
you
write
multiple
my
choice
points down if I
options,
do
of which
get it,
there
but
are
yeah,
4.
speed
That
round. I like
reduces
it.
the point value of the question to 1
Also, I just
point.
realized I
Keep in
can't do
mind,
tally
competitors,
marks.
There is stealing in round 2. If one team confers with each other, they don't know the answer, it can be stolen by the opponents. Keep in mind your JTE rules that you have left and your challenges. William, because the Scream Queens are in a 4-point lead right now, 10-6 over the Gardenhousers, they have the option. Would you like to spin first or would you like to defer to the Gardenhousers?
I would defer.
We're going to spin first.
They're going to spin first. Step right up to the
They're
wheel.
going to assert their dominance.
It's only smart to
They're
spin
gonna have
first
Kaylin
if
do
you
it.
have the handoff
Kaylin.
option.
There it is. Round and round it goes, William. You got to think they're looking for
Nolan.
a classic.
Nolan!
Get it?
Stick with it.
Christopher Nolan
Christopher
movie.
Nolan is a director.
Stick
who
with
directed
it.
some films.
Stick
How do you
with
feel
it.
about that? Would you like to keep
She's
Christopher
like,
Nolan
yeah.
or
One
use your mulligan?
What is this? The Price is Right? $1. What should I get?
They're on the fence. One thinks it's a good choice. We got to go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kaylin, what's the choice?
Take it.
We're taking it.
Oh!
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
You
You better yell these out quick, Evan.
All right, Scream Queens. Your category is Christopher Nolan, and your first question is thus. In The Dark Knight Rises, who played the character of John Daggett, who
Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn.
employs Bane to take over Wayne Enterprises?
I had to make sure it wasn't the other guy. 4.
Wait, which one of us said that first?
You absolutely
Me.
can. Your multiple choice
I
options
think.
are A, Guy Pearce, B, Aidan
Because I heard it at the same time as I said it.
Ben Mendelsohn,
I mean, I'd be willing to give us both the point.
Cillian Murphy,
Just do it.
or possibly
Okay.
Cillian.
Because I hesitated for a second because I was like, is it Gore Verbinski or
5,
whatever his name is?
4, 3,
Come on.
2,
What is it? Come on.
Can we hear those again?
1.
You can hear the answers
Certainly
one more
can
time.
hear the options again.
Ben
Your
Mendelsohn.
options are A, Guy
Spoiler
Pearce,
alert, I love Dark Knight
B,
Rises.
Aidan Gillen, C,
Seen it once.
Ben
I
Mendelsohn,
liked it.
or D, Cillian Murphy.
I love it.
We do need an answer.
Oh, so you think
Let's
darkness.
see, sir, I think Batman Begins is the best of the three, so.
Aiden Gillen?
Incorrect.
Gardenhousers can steal it.
Ben Mendelsohn.
1 point.
Give him a point.
Good steal.
Good steal.
They inch
They
ever
need that.
closer to the Scream Queens. Can our tickers take 6 questions of this magnitude, William?
There's so much suspense. Oh, God. Okay. All right, your second question. In Interstellar, who played
Casey
Jessica
Affleck.
Chastain's
Yeah, Casey
brother
Affleck.
as an adult?
You guys are smart. We get it.
Multiple choice. Are these all going to be cast questions?
I don't know.
Oh.
Write them.
Throwing shade
Your
at you.
answers are A, Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Nice.
B, Casey Affleck, C, Topher
Alright,
Grace,
it's for Nolan, though,
D,
so-
Armie Hammer.
They're fair questions.
Because he's a lead. These are like co-leads in the movie. It's a fair question.
We need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Can you repeat those
1.
options
Yeah.
again?
That is a usage of the JTE rule.
By now it is, yeah. A, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, really?
B, Casey
Guy, because
Affleck,
they've done it back
C,
to back
Topher
with the repeat
Grace,
of the.
or D,
Yeah.
Armie Hammer.
Makes sense.
Ask Paul. You got to just do the repeat rules on the fly sometimes.
And we do a quick count.
I know, I was there for
5,
that.
4.
Topher Grace?
That is
Incorrect.
Wrong
Your
person.
Gardenhousers.
I'm going to go with my older brother, Casey Affleck.
It is Casey Affleck.
Okay, so now it's a 2-point game all of a sudden.
They
It
do
should
look
be
kinda
the team
similar.
getting the questions
That's
first.
huge.
No,
getting the
I
points.
think he
That's not
played
the
his
case
brother
thus
in
far, William.
American Pie.
All right, your next question.
Oh.
The
Or was
category
that something
Christopher
else?
Nolan. What replicated objects lie in a wooded clearing at the opening?
Oh, top hats.
of Prestige?
Top hats.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I know this. It looks like
This round 2 is brutal so far.
Light bulbs?
That's correct.
That is correct.
Top hats is the correct answer.
Wow.
And it is
They're
tied.
running away with
Again,
this.
the Scream
Oh my
Queens
God.
going into this with
And they
so
still
much
have their whole
momentum
round.
now find themselves tied with the Gardenhousers, who have not had a question asked to them yet. However, in the good news for the Scream Queens, they still have 3 questions to get on
This
the
is
right
a lot of
track
Nolan.
here
I'm digging
in the
it.
world of Christopher Nolan
I'm 3 for 3.
movies.
Me and
In
did Aaron? Did you get that one?
Nolan's directorial debut
Never seen
feature following. The main character is an unemployed.
I've only seen it once.
Unemployed. It's a weird question.
I'll get it after multiple
You
choice.
absolutely can. Your options are A, locksmith,
He's a locksmith.
B, construction
1 point.
worker,
Yeah, I wouldn't
C,
know that.
teacher, or D.
Yeah, he's a
Right.
locksmith. Because that's how he broke into the houses to rob them.
Makes sense.
Oh wait, no, the main character, he's a writer.
Complicated
Fuck.
intellectual movie.
The only movie if it's I haven't seen is Prestige, but I've seen
No,
this.
the main character's the
4,
writer.
3, 2.
Locksmith.
Incorrect. Gardenhousers.
I believe Guy Pearce was an unemployed construction worker in Memento.
That would be right if that was the right movie.
It was actually
Well, we're just
following.
going to say
Following.
construction worker
Actually
and forget
following.
everything
And
else.
also
Writer.
not a construction worker. It was a
The other
writer
guys
in following.
was said he's a
Unemployed writer
writer.
and following.
So I took my point away. I only got 6.
Questions
That's the funny thing, though.
remain.
Most people
Honors
forget
yourself.
that's the movie. So I can see
Oh,
why
it's
you
Marley
did
and me all
that.
over again.
Wow.
Oh, they just got
Good
Marley
job.
and me.
I'd like to just dig a hole, please.
At least they prove they know Nolan,
They
even
have
if it's
2
the wrong
opportunities
question.
to turn it around in round 2. Can they do it? Your next question in the world of Christopher Nolan movies.
Who plays the shell-shocked soldier that Mark
Cillian
Rylance
Murphy.
was at sea in Dunkirk?
We both got that, Aaron.
Yeah, that was
Why
on
am I saying
game.
shell-shocked soldier?
Duke play.
Shell-shocked
That is
soldier.
correct.
That is correct.
Hey.
2
2
points.
points.
That took me longer because I was
back.
reading
They
the
are
alliteration
smelling
of
salts.
shell-shocked shoulder in my
All
head.
right.
Just doing
Last
this,
question
I
is
already
category
know that
Christopher
the speed
Nolan.
round would be hard.
In which Christopher Nolan film will you find a ship named Endurance? You're gonna need so much endurance to get through this.
Energy bar sponsor.
Dunkirk.
This really
Interstellar.
goddamn
Or
punch
some
out.
sweet,
This is
sweet alcohol.
I'm gonna guess
5,
Interstellar.
Take it
Do
4,
multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Your options are A, Batman Begins.
I'm gonna say Dunkirk
B,
just
The
because why not?
Prestige, C, Interstellar, or D,
It's probably
Dunkirk.
Interstellar. But I'll say
Interstellar.
Dunkirk. Just because that would be fun to do back-to-back Dunkirk questions.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Dunkirk.
That is
Correct.
Can they steal it?
Interstellar.
Give them
Wow.
And we are
Hey.
down to a 1-point
I know my-
lead
I know my-
for Scream Queens. And I'll say this, they got a 2-pointer right, and boy, did they need
Alright, I
it,
finished
because
with 8
otherwise
points out of that,
Gardenhousers would be
out of a possible
entering round 2, their spin already with the lead, although they came into this at a disadvantage from round 1. Gardenhousers, you're riding a wave of luck right now. Who's your lucky
I
charm
had
to spin
7.
the wheel?
Well, I don't know if we have lucky charms, but I'll do it.
All right. It's going to get up and give it a spin here.
All that gardening is going to pay off with a mighty spin.
I think I lost the spin right when I answered that question.
I don't want to injure Henry Rowan Gardner's throwing arm with a useless spin here at a trivia game.
Will they land on Thomas Ian Nicholas movies? Let's find out. Why do we have that on the wheel?
We have modern classics on the wheel.
Sports
movies,
movies.
and they're wearing Cubs hats.
They're
This is what they
wearing
want.
sports.
They're spinning away from. Oh! The crowd does not like that at all.
Boo!
That's so
The
funny.
famed Henry Rowan Gardner.
Yeah,
spinning
no,
away
sports
from
movies are.
sports movies, of which a couple of his flicks could have been
All of them
involved.
are going to be Rookie of the Year questions.
It might be sports movies anyway, William.
Will
no,
Smith.
it's
Okay,
Will
good.
Smith. Will Smith movies is what
What
they
the
are
hell?
stuck with.
Let's just. What the?
I was gonna say Henry and I
Alright.
are tied right now. This is actually pretty fun.
So your
Yeah.
category
Let's see
of
how
Will Smith
I owe you, Aaron. You kicked my ass.
movies.
Josh Kukuga when we
And
need
the
it.
first
Remember
question
that?
is, who plays Ray Embry, who offers to improve
Jason Bateman.
Hancock's public image in the
Look
movie
up
Jason Bateman.
Hancock?
I got to improve my public image.
I've answered that on the Schmoedown app a
Yes,
lot.
So step number 1.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, everybody.
We'll take multiple choice.
I can offer that. Is it A, Charlize Theron, B, Jason Sudeikis, C, Jason Bateman, or D,
Hey, dogs,
John
be nice.
Krasinski?
Charlize Theron.
That is incorrect. For the steal.
She's in the movie too.
Yeah, that's the wife.
Jason Bateman.
Give him a point. Oh, we are back! Nothing but stealing going on in this baseball-themed game here.
Oh, God, what if they get all of their questions right now? God, anything can happen.
Shut up, kids.
We go back
I get that a lot.
to the Gardenhousers, and your question
I get that a lot. Hilarious.
number 2. In the film I Am Legend, what animated movie does Robert Neville know by and able to recite by heart?
Multiple choice. I could guess, but I'm gonna go multiple choice.
There are movies that are.
Well, we won't get that if they don't get it.
Multiple choice, please.
We can offer that. Is it A, Madagascar?
Shrek.
B, Shark Tale? C, Tarzan? Or D, Shrek?
I think he likes Shrek.
I'm gonna guess Tarzan. But Shark Tale would be funny as fuck.
Shark Tale's
do you
not a
think
good
Shark Tale?
movie.
No.
I'm
gonna say Tarzan.
4,
Not a movie they know.
3.
Is it so meta that it's Shark Tale? I don't know.
It
Shrek?
is not.
No,
That
okay.
Meta for a steal. Scream Queens. They
question
could get a
have again?
3-point lead here if they get it.
Shrek.
Let's go!
They have a
Wow, this is
3-point
becoming
lead.
disastrous.
And it was a horror movie, so of course they knew it.
All
that a horror
right,
movie?
back to the Gardenhousers as this theme of stealing and me
Technically.
having to do a 5-second count continues. Your next question. In the movie Bad Boys, while looking through old photos with Marcus's wife, what makes Mike crack up?
I think it's something to do with his hairline, his afro. You think he had an afro? Or a Jerry curl. He had a Jerry curl.
Yeah, you beat me to that. That sounds right, but you beat me to
Yeah,
that.
he had a Jerry curl.
4,
2 points.
Multiple choice.
3. Is it A, Marcus's afro? B, Marcus's platform shoes? C, Marcus's short shorts? Or D, Marcus's Jerry curl?
Maybe it is afro. I'm going with Jerry curl. Damn it, it was
1
afro. I
point.
should have stuck with my gut.
It's a,
And the crowd does not give a shit.
No
They
one
got
cares.
it. The crowd is checked
Thanks,
out
guys.
on Gardenhousers. The crowd doesn't get excited unless it's a steal.
Look, it makes sense. They're
Should've
screaming for the
stuck with my
Scream
gut
Queens,
on that
but
one,
they're
Aaron.
guarded for the Gardenhousers.
They're guarding the Gardenhousers to a 2-point deficit now with
Fibs.
3 questions remaining. Here is your
Please.
next one. Will Smith was in a movie in 2015 called Concussion. In that movie,
Rick.
he played the
Evan,
NFL commissioner,
Multiple choice.
Roger Goodell.
Did
What?
you get that, Aaron? I got multiple choice.
No, it's
Yeah,
it's,
no, I don't know this one. Multiple choice.
See, they got sports
For some reason, Liev Schreiber's in my head, but I
No,
don't.
it's
I doubt that's
Kevin.
right.
Multiple choice, please.
Your options are: is it A,
Alec Baldwin.
B,
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
Reiser, C, Albert Brooks,
Now I remember.
or D,
Yeah,
Luke
now that I
Wilson?
see it, Baldwin.
Baldwin's
Can I
a fun
get
guy.
those?
Even though I think
options
Paul
one?
We
Reiser
can
would have been a
provide
good
that.
one
Is it
too,
A,
but I'm
Alec
going Baldwin.
B, Paul Reiser,
Evan, did
C,
you say
Albert
somebody named
Brooks,
Evan?
or D, Luke Wilson.
I could have sworn he said Evan.
Luke Evans, he might have said.
falls over the crowd.
B.
That is incorrect. It is not Paul Reiser. Does Scream Queens have the steal?
This match is a mess. I'm not gonna lie.
5,
Evan.
4, 3, 2.
Alec Baldwin.
It is not Alec Baldwin. Looking for
Wait,
Luke
really?
Wilson, who looks nothing like the actual Commissioner
nothing like
Roger
Roger
Goodell.
Goodell.
Curiously cast, his brother Owen Wilson would have been a more believable Goodell. My personal politics aside, we have 2 questions left
Wow.
in the realm of Will Smith movies.
They might have recorded
Your
this
next
on April
query
Fool's Day.
is, who played the evil Dr. Arliss in the movie Wild
Multiple
West?
choice.
Oh,
Kenneth Branagh?
yeah,
It's,
Kenneth Branagh is the name that sticks
Kenneth
out.
Branagh.
2 points.
Yeah.
They're tied. After all of
I
this,
can't believe this
after all the
match. I
stealing,
really
after
can't
all the
believe this
backstabbing, After all the
match.
countdowns, after
What's
all the
going
JTE
on?
rules, we go to the last question in round 2 for the Gardenhousers in the category Will Smith, and we are all tied up. They have the chance to take the lead, but with all the stealing we've seen, it could be the lead of the Scream Queens going into round 3. Your final question is, what Seinfeld regular guest star played Agent J's partner,
The guy who
Agent
plays
T,
Kramer.
at the beginning of Men in
Oh,
Black?
regular guest star.
Richards.
Can I count down
Oh,
to
yeah.
5 this time?
Something
Which
Richards.
I'm sick of
I forget
doing
what
it,
his
so.
name
Yeah,
is.
I
Guy who
can tell.
played Bing
You
Bong?
see the anger in your
Oh,
voice.
wow. I didn't know it was translating on the
It's
camera.
really bad, and we're going to go to 5,
You nailed it.
The guy who played
4,
Bing
Oh,
Bong?
that's pleasant.
3.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, we
Well,
can.
why the hell not?
Why the hell not?
Well, we got.
It's yours.
Clark, is that who you're thinking about? The guy who plays
I
Bing
can-
Bong?
Okay, which Seinfeld regular guest star
voice
The guy who
played
plays Bing
Agent
Bong?
J's
What's the fuck
Yeah.
his name? What's his
Agent
name?
T at
Yeah.
the beginning
Bing
of Men in
Bong.
Black
They
2.
each only have one JTE. We're going into the 3rd round.
I'm really
That's
sorry, I
matches.
can't pull it.
Woo!
I
Rookie
need
season,
multiple
boy.
choice.
Can't remember what his name is.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you good? Okay.
Is it A, Bryan Cranston, B,
Wayne Knight.
C, Patrick
That's my
Warburton,
guess.
or
Yes,
D,
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, my
It is
guess was
Patrick
Patrick
Warburton.
Warburton.
The
So
putty
we were all wrong.
himself.
For 1 point, it is now
Cutting
the
or cutting?
Gardenhoser's lead,
Cutting or
going
cutting?
But he was.
I only got 4 points out of that one, Aaron. What about you?
in Seinfeld, and apparently
So we're
Agent
still
T
tied?
in Men in Black 2. The Gardenhousers were able to pull it, so they have a
This is
1-point
awesome.
lead going into round 3. Whereas we've already seen in this game, anything can and will happen in round 3. Each team is going to have 3
I love how we're playing
questions
our
asked
own
to
game in the
various
middle of a
team
reaction.
members.
That's how you gotta do it,
The
man.
first question is aimed at one teammate. The next question will be aimed at the opposite
how I roll.
teammate. The 5-point in the last question is the only question that we ask that the teams are allowed to confer
Why
with
can't I
each
play
other
this way in my
on.
actual matches?
Your first question worth 2. Your next one worth 3.
because
and
you
like I
play
said, the last
better?
one is worth
Ta-ta.
5. So what we need now is a series of 3 numbers that you're going to give us that correspond to a movie category up
This is
here at our
actually a pretty
answer desk.
high-scoring debut.
Those numbers can range from 1 to 20.
Even
Yeah,
though
they're
it's a
getting
mess.
there eventually.
And I ask now
Yeah, even though it
for
is
the
a mess, it is
Gardenhousers
high
3
scoring.
numbers
Like, they are
because
playing
you
well.
going first.
They're just playing well
I'm
for
gonna
the
go
other
with Henry
team.
Baumgartner's
I know,
number
it's
1.
really weird.
Let's go. 17.
I get it.
Yes.
So Doug Williams'
No,
number.
Chris
and
Bryant. 44.
There are many of them.
Yes.
Let's do
44.
4.
Can't do
and
44.
4.
Ah, like another sports
back
person.
To 4. Okay, I'm sure there's many sports, but Jim
4 is the number
Harbaugh,
with
captain
sports
comeback
in it.
for the Colts. Scream Queens. You're
2.
that's a fair
6.
number.
13. And 17.
Can't take 17
6.
already
Sorry,
taken by Gardenhousers.
16.
That is perfectly legal, and that is the number of Joe Montana.
Already.
All right. So
Was Joe Montana like good?
Joe Montana was great. Joe Montana, a fantastic actor. We
So
go
16's
to
a good number apparently.
the
Interesting.
Scream Queens are going to have their question asked to them first in the world of 2 points, and you chose number 2, and that corresponds up here at the answer desk to scores and soundtracks.
There you go, Clark.
Yep.
Scores
My
and soundtracks.
favorite category.
You're very good at this. Which team member Scream Queens is
I'll
going to
take that.
take it? Haley's going to take that
Confidence.
question. I have it for you
Interesting.
right now. John Williams
Oh, it's a score.
has won an Oscar
Jurassic
for
Park.
Best Original Score. 4
Actually, I'll
times.
scratch it and I'll put Schindler's List.
Name one.
'Cause I know
of the
he's won for
films
Schindler's
that he
List.
won
Yeah,
it for.
Schindler's List, because they were the same year, so it would be Schindler's List.
Jaws.
That's
2
Did you
points.
say Jaws?
And the
That's
Scream
what I would
Queens
have said.
See, they know their horror, man.
have the lead. They know their horror, and she picked the one with Jaws in it.
What an aptly named team. Do
And
these guys garden with hoses?
What?
What
We're
the
about
hell?
to find out.
Great. All right.
If they can, the Gardenhousers select number 1.
pulling
And
an
number
Evan
1
right
kicking
now.
us off in this round 3 is the category of Sandra Bullock movies. Thomas Ian Nicholas has departed the stage.
Where's Chance when we need him? Sandy
Can't trust
P.
himself,
He
apparently.
doesn't want it.
He
doesn't
doesn't
want to take
want
Sandy.
Sandra Bullock movies.
That-
So I guess
that-
that's going to leave Matt.
I don't want it either.
I've never seen anyone just leave.
You just got him left.
We don't know if it's an injury. We're not sure what happened here. So Thomas has returned to the stage, and interesting, William, not only is he back, he is going to take on the 2-point question in the world of Sandra Bullock movies.
They
And
find
his
him, where'd
question
he
is,
go?
What the hell?
Keanu Reeves plays Sandra Bullock's love interest
The
in
Lake
what
House.
2 movies?
Lake House
Yeah.
and Speed, right?
Sure.
What
Because they're in
is
that
this
together.
Can I
match?
confer with your teammates?
2 movies.
That might be wrong,
Two
but I
movies.
think she's in
obviously one of them.
That's just insane.
You got 6 seconds to
I
get the
think
other one.
they should have only asked for one for it being a
JT
2-pointer.
will
but-
reign.
Speed 2.
Is that your final answer? Is that your final answer?
What?
We need an answer in 3, 2,
1.
I don't have it.
The Lake House.
The Lake House.
I would've never guessed that.
Is what
Isn't that
we were
sad? That was the
looking
first
for.
one I said.
The Lake House. So now
Yes,
we
Speed's the first one that came to my mind.
and they're going to have to get number 17 right, and it's going to be all up to Matt to give them the lead.
All
or
right,
else
I
we'll
got
have
both
to
their
go to the
2-pointers right.
final
Let's get the
quarter.
3 now.
Time traveling mailbox.
In the world of FedEx, I don't know if you can still make that sequel. The world of romantic comedies.
Oh, nice.
Is your category. Remember, you're
Fantastic.
answering this all alone. You cannot have help from your partner.
Okie dokie.
And your question is, what 2003 romantic comedy about a young couple's honeymoon to Europe
Guess who?
starred Brittany Murphy
Yeah,
Oh, no, no.
and Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah, guess who? No. Fuck, hold on.
Extreme dating?
No. Brittany Murphy, because she's the one who passed away, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's
We're going to
extreme
need an answer
dating.
in 5,
All right, guess who?
4,
I know it's not right now.
3,
I have nothing.
2, 1. Looking for
Just Married, that is.
Married.
Oh, I was thinking a little black book.
Married is
Glad I'm not playing.
the answer, and now we come to that
Damn third round.
So
for
weird.
Gardenhousers. You know, William, the Chicago Cubs have been in this situation multiple times in their history.
I did not know that.
But unfortunately, unlike Ernie Banks, the Gardenhousers can't say "Let's play two." This is their game
No, 'cause
today.
they had to
And
answer.
as
they
of
had
right
to
now, They
answer.
do not get their 5-point answer correct.
Is Ernie Banks a sports person?
He's one of the greatest baseball players of all time,
Nice.
Mr. Cub.
Good for him.
Ernie Banks.
That's great. I think that's great.
And if they don't get
Mark,
it
I
right,
need
it
you to
could
give
be
me
considered
Viviani's
a
personal
disaster,
information so I
and
can
their
teach him
category
sports.
Is
Yeah.
disaster movies.
Oh, I see what you did.
That's the perfect
Disaster
bookend to this match.
Movies for the Gardenhousers.
It's a fun
And
disaster,
your
though.
question is,
And remember, you can
Like a
confer
train
on
wreck. I
this.
just can't stop watching.
in Deepwater Horizon, which star of the show
Gina
Jane the
Rodriguez.
Virgin played the rig's navigation officer, Andrea?
Yeah, I didn't know her name. That's
Good
right.
poll, Eric.
Yeah, that's right. I just didn't know her name.
We're about to hear, and your winner.
Don't get that.
Give them the lead.
I literally only know her name because they advertised the fuck out of the show on the radio in the car.
Go to 5.
But she was good in the movie.
3,
Can you repeat the question,
2.
please?
Do they have any left?
Certainly can.
Yeah, they have one.
One, that is their last JTE rule because they tried to use them earlier. To
All right,
no
so I
avail.
finished
Right.
with 5,
In
8, 4,
Deepwater
2, and
Horizon,
2. Aaron, you beat me in the
which
third
star
round.
of the
Yeah,
show
I think
Jane
this
the
is it.
Virgin played
Thank
the
you,
rig's
Jane the Virgin.
navigation officer, Andrea?
Oh, they're not getting
They
it.
could pull it last minute.
Jane DeFonda?
Go to
Jane the
5,
Fonda.
4,
I've never seen a movie or the
3,
show Jane the Virgin.
2.
Yeah, they're not.
Need an
Need a
answer
guess?
in 1 second?
1 second.
We got nothing.
And your winner,
Scream Queen!
Scream Queens have won it. We're looking for Gina Rodriguez.
And they had 9
Gina
more points on the
Rodriguez.
table. No, 8 more points on the table.
Where
So
in
they
the
could have
world was
scored.
Gina
Not a bad
Rodriguez
game.
when they
Could
needed
have
the
been much worse.
Gardenhousers
Not a bad
being
game.
classy losers and the Scream Queens taking it. William Bibiani. This match had everything. Twists, turns, 5-second countdowns, JTE rules, maybe the record for the most usages in one match, but at the end of the day, you could not
Don't
ask
worry.
for a more competitive
You haven't seen
game
Paul
between
yet.
two very up to the mission, I'd say,
Just
opponents.
up and down. I don't know whether I'm coming or
Whoa,
going.
whoa.
Your
Too much
zebra's
information.
Black with white stripes or white with black stripes. Is baseball a sport? I don't even know anymore.
Cats
It's
and
bas-
dogs living together.
Mass hysteria!
Hysteria. Somebody who adopts a lot of friendly kittens and dogs is backstage right now with the post-show interview. We turn it over to Miss Jen Sturger. Take it away, Jen.
What's up, Jess?
Congratulations, Scream Queens. Pulled out the win. That was very neck and neck, though. You got to admit, they gave you a run for your money for the first 2 rounds.
I really like her hair.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a big
We,
fan of red hair.
Had an early lead, and then we kind of fell back a little
That's
bit.
why I miss Alicia Malone so much.
Yeah, that,
Alicia Malone's just a
Nolan
goddess,
category
though.
threw
Well, that's
me
true, but-
permanently. That was
She is missed in
brutal.
this community.
I'm glad they got Will Smith, though, because I know that pretty well.
She's just so
Do
famous.
you regret it all not respinning?
That or
Absolutely.
she finally kidnapped Jake Gyllenhaal.
You know, I like to watch the game, and I've
She
seen
finally
the Nolan
kidnapped
category
Jake
and done really
Gyllenhaal's in
well with
hiding.
it before, so that's why I was like, I think this is safe. We don't want to get opponent's choice or something. But yes, absolutely, I regret not spinning again.
Yeah, the cuts just keep getting deeper. The more competitions we have.
Has Nolan ever been spun as a category?
You didn't hit hard.
I don't
which,
think so.
I mean, I think
I really
everyone in
don't.
the audience was hoping you would.
Because it's not on the wheel very often.
An amazing match.
That may have
It's on
been
the
like the
I
first
get it on the
category
Schmoedown
that
wheel.
you
It's my
thrive
strength
at.
in the
Were you a little
Schmoedown app.
disappointed?
A little bit. We definitely would have crushed it. with-
Tarantino, Nolan, and release
She's
dates.
a horror trivia monster. Like, I know my stuff, but she's unstoppable.
Yeah, you can't,
But
it's a good
You
point.
guys pulled out the Jaws in round
Is that
3.
Predator or
Are you
corn
feeling
on her
pretty good
shirt?
about yourself?
Not sure,
I was
probably
glad it was one of those moments where you're right up against the wall.
Nah, it looks
with
like a
brain
face.
melting, and I was like,
Yeah, it kinda looks like
"Oh my
corn."
God, he's made so many scores.
They got dreads
Which
too,
is
right?
The one, and I'm so glad that we talk about Jaws incessantly. So I was like, we just had a conversation about this.
We just had a 3-hour conversation for fun about Jaws the other day.
You guys sound like so much fun to hang out with. So
Was she being
tell me,
Mark
sarcastic?
Riley
who
has
won
new
next?
favorites.
Who do we want next?
Who do we want next? So we love the ladies on the Shire Wolves. They are
They're
some
dreaming
of the
big.
best competitors
They're dreaming
too,
big.
but we love them and
That's
respect them and
quick.
would love to
That's
go up
bold.
against them. I love the
I mean,
guys.
if
I've
World's
watched their
Finest at
videos.
1-0 can take on
Absolute
Trek.
blast.
Wild Berry!
Charlottes would be awesome, just because it'd be like
Wild
girls
berries!
and girls, which I think would be cool.
Abe
but
would love
they
that.
would probably crush us.
You're a fucking legend.
You never know. I think if anything, the wheel proved today that it really determines the outcome of these matches. I've seen really amazing competitors get
I was
something
gonna say,
that
have
they're
we
not
seen
good
that
at,
before where
and it just totally changes the
both
outcome of a match
competitors
that we
did
all thought
better
in our
off the
brains, yeah,
others'
that's a no-brainer.
questions?
You
This
know,
might be a
so
first.
ladies, you put
'Cause
on,
that's not
put
something
on a
often.
fantastic show today, and we are really excited to see what you guys continue to do in this league.
Thank you.
Thank you. love to come back and try it again.
I don't know.
Ask a little harder, hopefully.
I think we can make that happen.
Thanks,
Back to
Jess.
you
Both of them
guys.
were solid
Guys,
enough.
What happened out there?
We pretty much played our first Schmoedown match, kind of like Henry Rowengartner played his first big league game, or maybe like his little league game, really, where he threw the ball out of the.
If you didn't know, he's an actor.
Out of the wrong direction. That's where we
need
went.
to
The
go
wrong
and
direction.
break our arms, and then we'll be back.
Oh, that's a little intense strategy for
Tommy
next
John
time. But tell me, how did it compare to playing each other on the app?
Well, you know, I'm better at the app than he is.
I'm 0 for 12 against Matt. We actually played online because he lives in Vegas and I live in LA. So we did like the random match, and I guess we were the only two people on at 2 a.m.
in the morning, and so yeah, they kept random.
So
I can't even get a matchup online. You guys are
I was
lucky.
an okay teammate. I had some answers. I had some really like probably what they're calling the worst answer of all time. The Guy Pearce memento when they're talking
that's
about
not
the wrong
great.
movie.
I wouldn't call that the worst answer of all time. He just got the movie wrong. At least he got the answer
I think
correct.
you came out and really proved yourself, considering it was your
In
first
terms
time
of the
out
movie,
there.
like,
Now, I
You
noticed
sure he
you
was a
guys came out
construction
with,
worker?
put
Just because he had a
sunglasses
flannel
on,
shirt
was
on,
that
I don't know if that
strategy?
automatically makes him construction
No, they
worker.
said he was. They said he would have been correct.
We're slightly hungover, to be perfectly honest.
A little bit.
That makes sense.
Early, but
Yeah, those stage lights will do it to you. So round 2, I felt like you guys were just like fighters out there, but there was no defense. You guys were just kind of exchanging blows and hitting each other in the face.
all off.
No, there was only defense, no offense, because they were
Tell
getting
me,
steals.
You guys answered actually more of their questions right than I think your own.
So Jen doesn't
What
know
the
sports
hell
either.
happened?
This is not a sports match.
To be fair, she comes from the world of wrestling, in which there's no offense or defense. Just
And you
beat the fuck out
spun
of the
off
other one.
sports movies?
Yeah,
Until the script
Matt's,
finishes.
Not from here, if you couldn't tell by his accent. So sports movies is not his strong point.
Right, because we don't play sports where I'm from.
Sports.
Got cricket.
Sports? What is
You
this?
don't have any
Sports?
baseball.
We have no baseball, no.
There's no trivia in baseball.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean,
my
we probably
God.
should have stuck with it. We probably would have been better.
Do you
at
think you
sports.
would have had a better shot at sports movies
I mean, I
than Will
definitely
Smith?
don't know Will Smith movies, so.
Obviously.
Damn.
So what do you guys want to do next? Do you guys want to come back? Who do you want to face?
Oh, yeah, we definitely want to come back. We had a lot of fun today. It was really good. We'll take, you know.
They at least have personality.
If you have like lower tier teams, that's who will go.
Yeah,
against.
if they can
That's what
spike
we'd
it up
like.
a little bit,
I
drink
don't
some
know. I
monsters
like the
before they
real
play, I
rejects.
think they'll be
I
alright.
Those guys are fun. We could do them. Would you want to do them? We can do that. Maybe the Kingsmen. We know
That would
the
be a great
Kingsmen
matchup. That's
were,
something I would love
were
to see.
not that
I was gonna
good,
say, yeah.
so that could be great for us too. Those kind of guys. Definitely, we'll stay away from like above the line.
Good idea.
Like that for a little while.
I don't know. I feel like you and the Wildberries might be a fun match too.
Oh well, we'll do that too. That would be fun. That would be fun.
You hear
We'll
that,
have the
Laguna? They're
hungover
coming
versus
for
the
you.
drunk.
All right, William, you see right there the Gardenhousers. Look, nobody expected them to get as close as they did, at least according to them. They're very humble guys, but I know Matt was excited to be here. Thomas, we haven't seen the last of him. We're going to see this team again.
I think we're going to see both teams again real soon. I mean, the Gardenhousers right there, this is a respectable debut. This was back and forth again. This is one of the most competitive matches I've seen in a really long time. And the Scream Queens, my God, they just like the world is their oyster if they like oysters. I hope they're not allergic, but if they're not allergic, oysters for everybody.
I mean, the James River known to give great oysters where I'm from. If you look at the Scream Queens, they won this game, and they still had a very tough round 2 where they not only didn't get a lot of answers right, they got them stolen. Imagine if the Scream Queens had a good round 2 of the category they're a little more comfortable with. They could blow out a lot of teams here in the league.
I don't think I've ever seen a team win with that many steals against them before. Like, that's how much
I don't even know if I've seen a team lose with that many steals against
Yeah,
them.
but I think they're blowing it a little out of proportion. They also stole a good amount back.
Following us on our new Twitter feed.
Like what they had taken from them, they got back.
Schmoedown. Make sure you guys
I
check
think
out
that's
the
his
Facebook
point.
fan page, the movie Trivia Schmoedown, and the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes. For Mr.
Hey,
William
Chris
Young,
Clark's
I am
produced
Mark
show.
Jones. William, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you very much.
One of
And
a
don't
kind
forget the
worker.
Patreon.
He's a great salesman. Check out our Patreon, all the new tiers we have there. Thank you to all of our current patrons. For him, I'm Mark, and we'll see you guys next time on the movie, a Trivia, a Schmoedown.
Patreon!
Why has nobody shown me this picture before?
Is that Inman's head?
Inman!
Oh, there he is.
Oh, what do we got here? Going through the old Museum of Memories?
Yeah, I figure since I'm champ, I'm just going to take things.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, that's how it worked for this.
Jason Inman from the plains of Kentucky.
There are no plains in Kentucky and Kansas.
Tennessee, Virginia, all the same to me. But look
You
at
need
you.
a- you need
look
a
at
map?
you. You're a champion now. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
Don't touch
That's
that.
good. But you know what?
Mhm.
You've got a little bit
Don't
of
touch that.
nostalgia going on. Nostalgia is the death of success because you get lost in it. And I can look in your eyes. You're lost in your own past. But I've got the future. Champ, come on in here. Try that on for size.
It's only a matter of time before this image gets changed up and that championship gets on my shoulder.
Look, lost boy. This belt, staying where it is. It's not going anywhere. So why don't you go back to the plains of whatever geographical region you can't remember and just, just keep watching your movies. You'll be good. You'll be okay.
My favorite
Okay.
thing
I'll see you later.
about a cocky champion is that they're easier to beat. See you soon, baby.
Don't touch this belt.
Good luck at your garage sale.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Gonna take this. Donica needs to remember turmoil next time.
All right, well, that kind of wraps it up. That was our match for today. Very interesting. There's many things going on. Well, let's first just quickly break down the match. Scream Queens win. Short 2 points of TKO, so they had a pretty good performance. Henry, what did you think?
That was a good match. It was definitely a mess. So it's one of those where it's like it was technically a good match, but it was like weirdly done. Like, because each team did better for the opposites. So I had fun watching it, and I'm glad I did well. Me and Aaron, we had our own fun little competition. So overall, it was a good time hanging out with you guys and seeing some new faces, and especially some ladies being impressive. That's always good to see.
Yeah, for sure. Clark, what did you think about Bibbs and Ellis at the table?
They had a great repertoire. I mean, I feel like they had a great chemistry, and you know what?
Bad jokes.
Well, I mean, bad jokes aside, I mean, it's just meant to kind of embellish the whole presentation of the actual match itself. Screen Queens killed. Gardenhousers, we can't sleep on the fact that they did good for their match. So I mean, this is a debut match, and they both almost scored 20 points. So it wasn't a bad deal. It was just maybe it was a little oxymoron because of how the Gardenhousers kind of stole from. As Henry was saying, like it's an interesting situation we've never had before. So this match was excellent. The commentators were great. I would love to see Bibbs and Ellis teamed up again because they really had a lot of good chemistry, even if it was a little cringy. It was meant to be cringy because that's the whole joke of it. So it was fantastic, Evan. It was great.
Now, Aaron, really quick, your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, it was certainly interesting. I think both teams prove that they can at least play. I don't think you'll be, or at least now, I don't think either team can be touted as like a future champion or as like a real loser in the case of Gardenhousers. I think both did fine. It was just a really weird way the match ended up shaking out. I think it would have been much higher scoring if the categories had been switched from the start, because then I think we probably would have had some more 2-pointers off of there. But you know what happened. For debuts, they both had good matches. It's just a matter of where do they go next.
Now, Aaron, I'm going to throw it right back to you. We had two. We had a beginning credit scene and a post credit scene talking about both about the Intergeekdom belts. What are your quick thoughts on that?
I don't know.
That's fair. It was a very wide open thing. It's just kind of a bit of a tease for us. Henry, Mike Kalinowski was asking Brianne Chandler for that shot. I know she said that she wants to hold on to that belt, because we have that contract with that at the end of the free-for-all. But we also have Donica right there challenging Inman. Henry, what are your thoughts?
And you mute.
Oh, and he's on mute.
I'm sorry to see I'm curious to see what ties Brienne has with the Lions Den and Dagnino. I don't know if that's actually a potential merger or if that's more along the lines of her just doing what she needs to do for herself and just, getting, covering all the bases and just kind of expanding, creating a monopoly. So I'm curious to see if, that could be a Donica situation if he loses to give him a rematch right away, or I'm not sure what exactly is going on with that. But I'm curious to see if Donica can step up to the plate. He's had, 2 matches. So, he doesn't have the experience like Inman has. So I'm curious to see when it really comes down to it, if he can step up when the pressure's there. And Kalinowski, he hasn't been around, so I don't know if he's deserving of it right now. So see what goes on there.
Now, Clark, we are talking about Inner Geekdom right now. You cannot mention Robert Meyer Burnett. Now, give me your thoughts on these 2 credit scenes. Go.
Well, look. I don't know why you would think I would mention Robert Meyer Burnett. Like, look. This is actually this entire sequence with Brienne. Let's go for that foremost. Mike Kalinowski is going to be taking full advantage of this. He knows he has a contender shot, and he knows that he's trying to goad Brienne into giving him the belt. I don't think she's going to necessarily fall for that. I think she has other plans. It'll be interesting to see how this whole cookie begins to crumble. As for the after credits scene, I'm excited for the Danica versus Inman match because Danica's a good fit for the Lion's Den, and I don't think they need any more ego than they already have. So I really hope that this builds up to Jason kind of pulling that through. So I don't want the Lion's Den having more of a monopoly than they already do. So more power to Jason. They fired the best Inner Geekdom player ever, so they deserve to crumble as well. So Jason, get him.
Oh, and he did it. He found a way to do it. Now, look, I do want to break this down myself really fast. What people don't realize is, and this is what I believe at the moment, with that Mike Kalinowski versus Clark Wolf #1 contenders match, I think it goes for Mike as well. I think if Mike wins, then he is the official #1 contender, and he will end up getting a title shot. But because Clark gave him the ability to compete in that #1 contenders match. That's what I believe at the moment, and if it changes, then I'll be surprised and shocked, and I'll raise some questions. But that's a very interesting concept, because looking at this, at the moment, from what we know, Kalinowski and Brienne are a bit buddy-buddy right now. If I were Brienne, I would give that Inner Geekdom shot to Kalinowski, and that puts himself in the position to get 2 belts. Not just 1, but 2 belts. And then there's a chance that he could end up going for that Triple Crown. I find this to be a very interesting case. And then also to break down the Inman versus Danica thing. Look, it's just egos all over the place. I didn't know Inman was really that cocky. It's a bit out of character, in my opinion, for him. But who knows? Maybe it's because he's been holding on for it just a little too long. Someone's got to take it off of his shoulder, and that's why they've been speed progressing this Inner Geekdom more contender as fast as possible. So we know Danica versus Inman is coming very soon. I am not sure the exact date. I'm pretty sure like in the next month or so, which is huge. So, final thoughts. It was a fun match. We had some cool scenes here and there, and overall, the best commentators in the world, and Mark Ellison, William Bibiani. Chris Clark, you are the magician of this. You are engineering this whole freaking thing, and you also produced the Schmoedown rundown. It is at the top of the line right now, is running at its highest mark. Where can the good people find you online?
You can find me knowing when the Jason Inman vs. Danica match lands, unlike Evan does. It airs in 1 week on April 24th. But thank you, Evan, for those kind words. Thank you for those kind words, Evan. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisClark8788. Those numbers mean not a damn thing. You can also find me on YouTube at No Man's Land Entertainment. And tomorrow, hosting Certainly Soundtracks goes up every Wednesday. This week is Hunchback of Notre Dame featuring the great Chris Skaliski, who actually wrote the questions for this match. So, keep rocking.
Yes, sir. Henry Sanchez, you are the man. You are part of Worldwide Movie Games Network, and you help run There Will Be Trivia. Where can the good people find you online?
Well, as you just said, the Worldwide Movie Games Network on YouTube, featuring shows like There Will Be Trivia and Full Metal Media, and a show that Aaron might talk about in a second. So go ahead and find me on there. Go ahead and join the Facebook group if you want to ever compete and see what you can do, and if you can match numbers like what me and Aaron did today.
All right, Aaron Knoll, you run probably the most controversial out of the 3 leagues in movie battlegrounds.
It's all on me, baby.
Where can the good people find you online?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Aaron T. Knoll. You guys can't find me on Twitter. I don't have one. Obviously, join the Worldwide Movie Games Network page. That's the kind of the connector for all 3 of these shows. Join the Movie Battleground page. It's the only way that you guys are going to get in to get a match. And obviously, subscribe to Worldwide Movie Games on YouTube and check out There Will Be Trivia, where you can see me competing worse than I did today. Check out There Will Be Trivia, where you can see me competing worse than I did today. And check out Movie Battleground, where we produce inconsistent movie-length videos at which everybody hates my decision at the end.
We're working on it.
And you guys can find me at EvanGraph15 on Twitter. I tweet about everything, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to follow me. That's the beauty of social media. And also, you guys can find me on Take 3 Productions. I will be coming back. School is ending, and then I'll be right back to school, but hopefully I'll have more time, and I'll be back. I'm here. I'm doing things. And with that, for Chris Clark, for Henry Sanchez, for Aaron Knoll, my name is Evan DeGraff, and you guys know what? Have a great day.